The challenge you face today is the character you need tomorrow. The challenge you face today, when you are grateful for that challenge, when that person, you've driven an hour to show someone this business and they're not there, you want to be grateful for that challenge. You want to be grateful because you know what? I had an hour to think about my goal. I had an hour to think about what I'm going to do. I had an hour to ring someone else. You want to be grateful. Do these four make sense, please? Yeah. Beautiful. Beautiful. Be courageous. Be abundant. Be grateful and be empowered. You deserve it. You deserve it. If you want to take your business to the next level, this is called a Sigmoid Curve. It comes out of a book called The Empty Raincoat. Sounds a bit sus, doesn't it? A bit strange, especially when it's written by a guy called Charles Handy. He wrote a good book and he said, what happens is that we start off at zero. I want you to think back to when early on in your Juice Plus journey, you started off at zero, didn't you? Zero prospects, zero knowledge, zero sales. But you started off with a dream, or maybe you started off with hope. Maybe this is the thing to bring me home. Maybe this is the thing so I don't have to, go to work, juggle everything. And see, here's what I can tell you. When you start off at zero, you don't take off immediately. What happens is you have a few learning experiences. Then you work your way up to hero. What happens to people when they get to hero status? Comfort zone, complacent, arrogance. Companies like that? Kodak? Nokia. And so if you don't change and evolve, you go back to zero. What's zero? Somebody comes along. If you're in the corporate world, somebody comes along and says, look, we're going to miss you, but not for long. Hope did 9-5 shirts this week. I don't know if they have that saying here in Australia, but in Australia we have that saying. So here's what I want to say to you is that for you to keep on evolving as a leader for your people, for this business, for your long-term success, is that we need to keep on learning. We need to move from being the master to being the apprentice. See, I think you can be the master of the unacceptable, or you can be the apprentice of the unknown.